Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm Professor Sally Eaves. I'm CEO of Aspirational Futures, which is a non-for-profit, very much focused on data and tech for good. And I'm also chair of the Global Foundation of Cyber Studies, particularly focusing on digital cyber trust. I'm also a professor in emergent technologies. I host the Tomorrow's X Today podcast, and I'm an advisor right across from AI and cybersecurity to 5G, IoT, and cloud. I love this question. I think the word that springs to mind for me is curiosity. I think it's probably one of the most undervalued skill we have, and I love curiosity, and I try and encourage it with everybody else. And I've always wanted to know kind of like how things work and the why behind things, and take things apart to all their constituent elements and look at how we can change things as well. And I became fascinated in this how and this why, and the role that data could play in that, and technology more broadly too, and particularly when it's about improvement for society. And I realized, that things around data analysis and data literacy are so imperative, I think would be the word. I think that's really interesting. Definitely define your problem. I think sometimes we can all be guilty of how we're applying data or technology or the next big thing. Always look at your problem and your why first. Then you'll make sure you bring in the right tools and techniques to actually endeavor to find those answers and meaningful answers. Definitely also advise around proof of case. So important for building your own skills, but also getting buy-in in your organization as well, making sure you're doing the right communications with all the different stakeholders that will be involved. Yeah, I think it's really exciting times at the moment in terms of trends, because we've had kind of all these different vectors of change, haven't we, converging. On the technology side, I call it the age of convergence, actually. There's smart technology, but also more and more organizations investing in smart thinking. So making sure that as we accelerate digital transformation and our skills in data science and AI and other particular areas, we're really matching that up with education. So I'm seeing more investment around STEAM learning, for example. So focusing on skills like curiosity, creativity, problem solving, emotional intelligence, empathy, which is so vital to really making sure we're embedding inclusion by design. So I think my main advice is, firstly, always reach out to people. I think sometimes it can be hard to kind of put yourself forward for things, and I always say to people, be a mentor for others, but also be a sponsor. Be really active. When you see someone who might be a great fit for an opportunity, really point them in that direction and advocate on their behalf. And from the individual point of view, if someone say looking at this as a potential career and starting studying now, I always say focus on your holistic skills. That we've got this constant of change, haven't we, at the moment? I think we've never had a time where change has been so rapid. The scope has been so vast, and there's been a lot of kind of ambiguity at times. So I think we need to help people, like we talk about ambidextrous or agile organizations. I think we need to talk about agile and ambidextrous learners too. So I advise you absolutely have your tech specialism. Take up those opportunities. So many of them free now as well, to get access to machine learning, AI learning opportunities, etc. So have that tech specialism, but make sure you underpin that by the so-called softer skills. I think that should be really renamed and reframed, but I think they're the skills for life. So things like empathy, creativity, curiosity, everything that helps build your team and build your project to success, they're so vital. And often those types of skills are so complementary and actually help you manage change better. It's not just skills access, it's also skills confidence. So I advise people to look at the whole of their learning. Learning for life, I think, has never mattered more. So I definitely emphasize that, and just take up those opportunities around you. SAS do some great work in the community around skills uplift. And there's also, a lot of social communities online where you can kind of look for others and get that support. So with SAS, I've been working in multiple different ways, actually, over a good couple of years or so. The Explore event, I'm definitely going to be involved in that. I'm contributing to some sessions, and I'm kind of commentating it on live and sharing my take on that from a thought leadership perspective. And I get involved quite hands-on with a number of kind of data for good and AI for good activities, particularly across sustainability and health. So yeah, I get quite hands-on from a research and a practice point of view.